What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Patrick here, and moving on to the next example. So company A has revenue of 520 million, cost of goods sold of 350 million, and net income of 20 million. Company B's income statement is given over here. And with both of those sets of information for both companies, we have to find the gross and net profit margin for both and comment which is more profitable. Now, first off, this here, it's written out in the PDF file at the beginning of the section on the website. If you're watching this on YouTube, there's a link in the description box that will take you to the website where you can find the PDF of this. You don't have to write all of this out. So let's start with company A. So notice that they have, if we make another income statement for company A here, because notice the information for them is given with words. So if we have revenue of 520 million, then we have cost of goods sold of 350 million. Now notice that we're not given the gross profit. However, we're going to need to use it because we got to find the gross margin. So the gross profit, if we subtract these values here, would be 170 million. And then we're also given the net income. So after a couple of operating expenses, which we actually don't need for this question, the net income is 20 million. Right? So that's company A's income statement. And so now we can find both the gross margin and the net profit margin for both companies. So starting with the gross margin, what's that equal to? Well, that's equal to gross profit over the revenue or the sales. So with company A, it's going to be 170 over 520. And this is going to be in millions, but the millions would just cancel out. Right? 170 million over 520 million, that would give us, let me actually do it over here, 0.3269, which if we convert to a percentage, multiply this by 100, 32.69%. And then for company B, we would take their gross profit of 20,000 divided by 130,000. And again, we can cancel out the thousands, so it would be basically 20 over 130. We can actually cancel out these zeros too and just do 2 over 13. I'll keep it like this, and that would be 0.1538, right? Which would be 15.38%. So that's the gross margin for company B. 32.69% is the gross margin for company A. Now the net profit margin, I'll symbolize as NM, the net margin, net profit margin, that's equal to the earnings over the revenue, or the net income over the revenue. And for company A, that's going to be 20 million. So let me actually split these up here. It's going to be 20 million over 520 million, right? And this here would give us 0.0385 or 3.85%. So that's the net profit margin for company A. And then company B, it's going to be the 8,000 over the 130,000. The thousands would cancel out, so it's basically 8 over 130, which would give us 0.0615 or 6.15%. All right, so these are the two gross margins for company A and B. These are the two net profit margins for company A and B. Now the question is asking also which company is more profitable. So if you look at it on an absolute value basis, notice that the net income for company A is way larger, 20 million, versus 8,000. And then also notice for company A, the gross margin is larger. However, if you look at the net profit margin, it's higher for company B than it is for company A. And so when they're asking which company is more profitable, you want to look at the net profit margin. You want to look at everything on a relative basis. On an absolute basis, obviously this number is a lot larger than that number. But on a relative basis, profit is earnings or net income. And so you want to look at it on a relative basis, so get the net profit margin. And if we compare both net profit margins, we would see that company B is more profitable, right? So just be careful on a test here, because if this is maybe a multiple choice question, you may have answers like company A is more profitable because their net income is 20 million versus 8,000, or because their gross margin is higher. But again, if they're asking for which company is more profitable, you want to look at it at a relative basis, meaning percentages, and you want to look at the net profit margin.